What makes you tick? What is that thing? That thing that makes you thrive, the thing that gets you all giddy inside. What is that thing? That thing is what you should be doing all the time. That thing is what you should be practicing. It should be what you are honing in on. That's the thing. That's you. So I was on a phone call with somebody today, and we're talking about somebody else that gets in a lot of trouble and doesn't make the right decisions. And I'm just curious, like what is it that makes you tick? Like what makes you keep doing things even though you know you're gonna get in trouble for it? Or I don't want to dive into addictions, but like just making bad decisions constantly. What makes you think that that's going to get you somewhere? What makes you think anything's going to be different other than the negative reactions you've seen already? I'm just curious what makes people do that. I just you hear a lot about, so and so, their cousin or their brother or just whoever, just constantly doing things the wrong way or making the wrong choices and not living a life that they're proud of or that they're interested in. They're just miserable, in trouble with the law. I'm just curious what makes you continue on that way. It's not like I live this perfect life, but I do things. I do what I think's right, and that happens to be going to work, paying my bills, and doing the things that I'm interested in. This being one of them. But I don't do things that are going to steer me down the path that's going to lead me nowhere. I do things that I'm interested. So I don't understand what makes a person interested in continuously doing the wrong thing. If anybody has any sort of experience with this, please leave a comment. I would like to know. I would like some feedback on that. I'm just curious. I have relatives and friends that for lack of a better term, just keep screwing up. They just keep doing the wrong things constantly. What makes you do that? If you're enjoying what you're watching, do me a favor and go and hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it. It'll hit subscribe, click the little bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. I think it's a good idea you do that. And then on the flip side of this is, let's say you're not into that. You're not getting in trouble constantly. What are those things that make you tick in a positive manner? Do those things, man. Think about those things. It's just to sit there and let your life go, and you're constantly doing something that's making you miserable. Why are you doing it? I've worked at jobs in the past where you had those employees or those coworkers that just were always miserable. They're always mad. They're always in a bad mood. And it's like, man, if coming here is really bothering you that bad, why do you do it? Why do you keep coming here? Just find something else. Go do something else. Don't keep coming here and making the rest of us miserable, because we're here. We're obviously okay with what we're doing, so that's why we're still here. If you're not okay with it, move on. Go find that thing that you are okay with and go do that. That just seems, I don't know, seems to me like a much better way to live. And I don't quite understand it. I know in my life, I haven't stuck with a lot of things. If I feel disrespect somewhere, when it comes to jobs, I'm out, I'm gone. So I won't stick around if there's that. But if I'm respected and I'm treated well, I'll stick around. But if I'm not interested in it and I'm respected and treated well, but I'm still not interested in it, well, I'm not going to stay. I'm going to move. I'm going to do what I'm interested in. And if that means that I have to hop from one thing to the next until I find the thing that I'm happiest doing, that's what I'm going to do. That's just, I don't know. That's just how I see it. So I'm just curious, what makes you tick? What makes people make good decisions? What makes you make bad decisions? I make good decisions, or what I think are good. based on, I guess, excuse me, based on what I'm going to get out of it. It's kind of like this. There was this guy, a rabbi. I can't remember his name. He made a comment about love, or it was a philosophy about love, where he asked a friend um, something like what his favorite meal was, and he said, "Oh, it's this type of fish." And he's like, "Oh, you like that fish?" And the guy's like, "No, I love that fish." And the rabbi was like, "Well, you don't really love the fish because you're gonna kill it. If you loved it, you wouldn't kill it." And he's like, "You love what it does for you. You love what you get out of it." So that's, and he referred to it as fish love, and that's kind of how, as much as that sounds bad, we all do a lot of things because of what we get out of them. And the reality of it is that that's really not a guilty thing. Like, it's not a bad thing to, you know, there are people that do things solely to please others, and that's okay. If that's what makes them happy, then that's what they should be doing. And you're always hearing me talking about follow what makes you happy. So if that's it, by all means, go do that. But if, doing something because you're going to get fulfillment out of it, that's kind of selfish. But is that really so wrong? If you're not inflicting pain on somebody, or causing any sort of negative reactions, why is it bad? How is it bad? Let me know if you see something that I'm not seeing. Leave a comment about that as well. Yeah, and I want to know these things. I want to know what makes a person just keep messing up, or what makes a person say, this is what I love, this is what I'm going to go after, and this is what I'm going to do. Um, I do this because I enjoy the sound. To be honest with you, I just like the sound of talking into good microphones, listening to good audio. There's just something about it that I really love. On top of that, I like when I can make something and reach people. If I can cause you to have a feeling, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, man, what I just did, what I just said, or what I wrote, or what I filmed made that person cry or made that person laugh. That's fulfillment for me. So, along with all the other reasons that I do this stuff, like in the sound, I also like to, if I can make somebody feel good, if I can make them feel some sort of warm feeling, a good thing, then that's another reason that it attracts me to do the things that I do. So I guess along with that, these, when people are screwing up constantly, what's making them tick? Like, what's really driving them to do that? I can't speak for drug addiction, because drug addiction is a nasty beast, and I don't have any close personal experience with it, aside from friends and relatives that were addicted. I have a relative that is no longer with us because his addiction got the best of him. Um, I have a friend that's a recovered addict, who he's doing great today. But personally, like me, myself, or somebody very, very close to me, like a brother or a mom or a father, I don't have that, so I really can't speak on that. I do know that's a different thing altogether when it comes to choices, but I do tend to think a lot of times that everything we do is a choice. Like, it's one of the things that I used to tell um my daughter's mom when we were together. We were never married, but when we were together, her other kids, they would do something wrong, and like maybe one of them might smack the other one, hit them, whatever. And I would say, what gave you the right to do that? Why'd you do that? And they might come back to me with, well, she said this, or he did this. And I'm like, stop. That still doesn't justify your reaction. Well, he said this. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, they made me mad. Okay, that's okay. They can make you mad. You don't have to touch them. So my point to them was, I was like, you made an active choice to do those things. You made a decision in your head that you said, I'm going to inflict pain, I'm going to hit them, I'm going to do, whatever negative thing it was, you made a choice to do that. So everything is a choice. How you react to situations is a choice. Whether it's a good reaction or a bad reaction, it's a choice. So just I'm trying to make better choices. Make ones that aren't going to affect you or anybody else in a negative way. Try to make choices and decisions that are going to affect you and everybody else in a positive way. So yeah, I just, when it comes to people that get in trouble, like getting in trouble with the law, it really confuses me and baffles me why they want to keep doing it. Why do you want to keep living a life that's just producing misery? It's beyond me. And then again, maybe everybody could answer the question. On the positive side of this, what makes you keep doing what you're doing? What makes you keep going? We all do things for a reason. What's the reason? Tell me the reason in the comments. I would like to know. And hopefully, if everybody enjoyed this, you'll give me a thumbs up. If you don't, you can always give me a thumbs down. I'd rather not, but if that's how you feel, that's what I want you to do. I want you to follow what you feel. So I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.